The number 2 steps to success is marketing yourself. All right? This is huge. You go into any endeavor, all right? You go to a job interview, you go to apply for a loan, you want to be part of a club, you want to be part of a gang. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're marketing yourself, all right? People can say, well, you're selling yourself, you're selling out. Well, yeah, you are. And everybody's going to sell out for a price. Now, what do you want that price to be, and where do you want to sell yourself? That's what's got to be determined, all right? You want to get shit pay? Dress like a bum and walk into McDonald's, see if they give you a job. They might. You think they're going to pay you enough to do anything damn worth of shit in your life? Hell no. Okay? Market yourself, all right? So, you love yourself. You believe in yourself. Now, how do you get to that place? Through your subconscious mind. Step number 1, all right? Developing foundation, getting good habits, all right? After you do that and you've got those habits coming and you're working on it, you're strengthening them day to day, okay? You're staying consistent with your work, right? Step 2 comes naturally, all right? You may have been at, working in the coffee shop, and you see the same cat for like 4 years, you know what I'm saying? And like, you've seen him, you know what I mean? But a couple days he comes in, he's like, damn, I've seen this guy. I've seen him growing. People will see you grow. Just like you see a tree grow or you see a flower come up. In 4 days, you can see the difference between that flower. In a week, you can see that flower bud, bloom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see it. People will see you grow. They'll see you blooming out. You know what I mean? And they'll be like, damn, this guy's got something different. I don't see that. I don't see people blooming out. I see people withering away everywhere I look. Hey, homeboy, you want to come work for me? I'll start you off at $25 an hour. Now, check it. Don't get me twisted, all right? I'm not making any promises about how it's going to come your way or what is going to come your way. But I will promise you this, that the universe will bend itself backwards to give you what you want, all right? And if you are specific in what you want, and you develop plans and what you want, but then at the same time, after you develop those plans and after you're specific and you say, this is exactly what I want, then you let the universe take care of it. You don't try to force the specifics to happen. You allow the frequency of the universe to match the frequency of yourself. And if yourself is focused on what you want and you know what you want and you know exactly what you want, like, it's going to start bending in ways that are going to promote you getting what you want. And those things are going to start manifesting, okay? So, think of yourself as, like, your favorite product, you know what I mean? Know yourself. Like, think like, I want that 2018, that new Caddy and shit. And I'm looking at the specs and I'm reading up on it. And I'm thinking, well, what do I want? What do I want to build around me? What do I want around me? Okay? Well, that's what I want, you know what I'm saying? So I'm focused on it. So you do the same thing with yourself. I'm like, what does Dion really want? What do I want to do? Well, I want to travel. Well, I want to travel around the world. Well, I want to have a boat. Well, what do I want on my boat? Well, I want it to have like something like this, and I want it to have something like that. I want to have some scuba gear, and I want to have this and that. Well, how you gonna get there? Well, here's my income vehicle, and here's my plans, and here's my things. All right. And the universe says, all right, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So know you're worth the price. Get that foundation to where you like, I love myself. I know that I'm worth everything that I want to have. That good things are coming in my life. That I don't have to worry about shit because I'm focusing on growing and succeeding. And so I'm not sitting back saying, well, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where I'll be in 5 years. That's not what you're doing, all right? There's a price for success. You'd be like, a lot of people, they'd be like, nah, you can this and that. And yeah, we're looking for a money machine. We're looking for overnight success and shit. We're looking for overnight riches. All right, that ain't gonna happen. Sometimes, some people it happens. Okay, most people it does not happen. All right, some people they get a record deal and boom, they're just like all over the place. But even a lot of those people, you see a lot of these stars out here and shit, that like got record deals. A lot of those record companies are straight using them. You know what I mean? They're making money, and the artist ain't making money, but they acting like they making money. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing. We gotta be, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, there's a price for success, but there's a much higher price for accepting failure and a mediocre life. All right. So basically, here's the price breakdown. All right. The price for accepting failure rises as you get older and as you go through life. The price for taking on your own success and making your life what you want lowers as you get older. Okay? It goes. Think about this. Who you think's got it better? An old poor man or an old rich man? Now, life ain't about money. I say money. Riches, like, a pile of paper and a pile of metal coins. That ain't shit. What's that gonna do for you? Like, that in and of itself is nothing. It's just a medium. That's a tool. That's what you use to get what you want, right? Those things that make you happy. Okay? Your mama's rent, or buying her a house, or paying off your car loan, or the $100,000 in school debt that you got. Well, you want that paid off in 4 years, or you want that hanging over your head for the rest of your life? Because you can't bankrupt that shit. You can't get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. I've been doing this for a long time. I've had over $100,000 in debt. Between me and my wife, we have about $200,000 in debt. Now, do I think about that $200,000 in debt? Do I trip about it? Do I focus myself and become the most successful person that I can possibly be and know that I goddamn well can pay that shit off? Yes. That's what we're doing. Okay, so the prices of success. Here's the price of success, all right? Consistent work. That consistency is going to change your foundation. That's going to get your subconscious mind on the right track, all right? Self-discipline. Doing what you know you have to do just because you know you have to do it. Not because you necessarily want to do it. Sometimes you'll start writing down, well, what should I do? And you'll say, God damn, I don't want to do that. But you know you have to do it. It happens to me all the time. Okay? That's self-discipline. And when you do that, and you do more and more of that, you're going to develop self-control, which is basically the same thing as self-discipline. That comes through developing those positive habits. Listening to affirmations, writing stuff down, put the little notes, be that person. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, God damn, you want me to be that guy? With the notes all over his desk? With the notes all over their bathroom? You want me to be that guy? That guy, that girl, that whoever is on their way to success. They're on the journey. They're on the road and they're gonna fucking get there, okay? Because they're taking the time, they're taking the effort to do it. To look like a fool. I don't give a fuck if I look foolish. I'm making these videos and shit. It's just like me, like, I'm like, some people gonna watch it and be like, what the fuck's wrong with this cat? I don't even care. Those people, they ain't even really the people I'm trying to reach. Okay? I'm trying to reach y'all. I'm trying to reach the hood-ass motherfuckers. I'm trying to reach the people that been struggling. I'm trying to reach the people that been, they saw their parents fucking lose everything in their life. Work for 50 fucking years and lose it all for fucking medical bills. You know what I mean? That's some bullshit. Now, don't you want to be able to pay them shits off? Wouldn't that feel good? Wouldn't that feel nice if your parents say, man, we're about to take our $300,000 to be saved for retirement and pay it on these medical bills. Wouldn't you love to just whip out that checkbook and pay that shit? This is our focus, all right? These are our riches. This is our wealth, all right? So, you know, pay the price of success, okay? Because success is worth it, all right? You know, disassociate with people that don't serve you. Things that don't serve you, disassociate with it. Associate with other things so where you don't have time for that shit that don't serve you, all right? So, now you're marketable. Now you've primed the pump. Well, you prime the pump. Take a 2-stroke engine, right? You take a 2-stroke engine and you got this little button on the side. Now, when you're starting it cold, if you just try to start it up, it's going to take you a while to do it. It's going to be hard, all right? But you prime that pump, right? Prime the pump. Hit the choke at the right spot, right? Boom, 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 boom. That shit's going to start right up. You got the right components, good spark plugs, everything's plugged in. You got the right mixture in your gas, that shit's going to start right up. So I'm trying to give you the right mixture in your gas. I'm trying to help you prime that pump. I'm trying to help you clean off your spark plugs so they fire real nice. Okay, plug the shit in that needs to be plugged in. All right, get the knowledge for what you're doing and how it's gonna work out. All right, so then when you go to start it up, it just starts right up. Now you're marketable. All right, now you hit the marketplace. You're on fire. People buy you, not your product. You gotta have a good product. You gotta have like integrity in your business, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're selling a crappy product and you're saying it's got a lifetime warranty and you know damn well that the company isn't going to support that lifetime warranty, like you're not going to feel good about yourself. Like, I mean, you'd have to be like a sociopath to feel good about yourself. And most people aren't sociopaths, okay? Most people are just normal people that feel shit, all right? That have actual hearts and consciousness, and like they're like, oh, I feel shameful, or I feel guilty, or I feel joyful, or I feel happy, like, you know what I'm saying? So if it makes you really feel good and you know that it's a good product, you know what I'm saying? Like, do that, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, but whether you have a product or a market or a business or anything at all, like even if you're homeless, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not set in your paradigm shift, if you haven't like started that shift and built that solid foundation, you're going to be desperate for getting the money or getting the whatever resources you need. And people will see that and they don't want desperation. They don't respond to desperation. They respond to confidence. All right? Okay, so you want to be confident, you want to have a plan, you want to be set in your success. That's when you're going to see your own self-worth, and that's when the world is going to start to recognize and respond to your sense of self-worth, okay? Now, and then, here's where it builds, okay? You inspire others to explore their self-worth, okay? And it's easy for you to say, you know what, you're good. Do what you do, be you, be inspired. It makes it easy, you know what I mean? Or easier as you go along, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you'll see a new perspective of yourself. You see your future and you'll be like, you'll think about your future and you won't think, oh, goddamn, my homeboys, they all locked up. Like, I ain't trying to end up like them. You won't even be thinking like that. You'll think, damn, I got some homeboys that's locked up and some homeboys that didn't make it. But that ain't gonna be me. Because I'm focused. Because I know what the fuck I'm doing. Not because I have every answer that I know what I'm doing, but because I've searched my heart. And my heart says, do this. And I listen. And I don't argue with it. And I respond. And the world responds. Because that heart's frequency gets sent out into the world. Alright? So, once your pump is primed, the universe yields to you. It bends to your desires. It wants you to succeed. When you focus on your success, you tune yourself into a frequency, all right? And you start getting successful ideas. You start getting good ideas. You start meeting people that are successful, okay? So, how do you do this, all right? How do you get to, like, you know, marketing yourself? What do you do? Well, you can start by making a list of positive attributes or things that you're just good at. Okay, I mean, I got a homeboy, he's a pro skater, Emilio Fernandez. Okay, what up, Emilio? All right, he's a pro skater. He does what he loves. It's like skateboard's like attached to his feet. You know what I mean? Like, he's sponsored and shit. Like, he just gets to do what he loves. You know what I mean? Like, whether you're cutting hair or generosity, like you want to be a philanthropist. Like, some people, they're just philanthropists. All right, they figure out how to get money and how to give that money to other people. Like, that's what people do. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm figuring out how to get that money so I can give it to other people. Because I see all this shit that I don't like in the world. You know what I'm saying? And like, so I'm saying I don't focus on that shit. I focus on the solution. Well, what's the solution? Well, more resources and access to resources is the main problem in the world with people. You know what I'm saying? Is they don't got that. So that's what we're doing, right? Now, I explore myself. You can explore yourself in a new light. Once you start writing things down, you start focusing on those things, you think of more good things. You think, you become more creative with doing good things. You think, oh man, I could do this. Well, since I'm good at that, what if I did this other crazy thing? You become creative with your own success and your own positivity, all right? So, do not make a negative list. Don't do it. I've done it more times than I can count, thinking, well, if I can make a good enough negative list and I can explore what the fuck's wrong with me and I can, fix that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's gonna do it. Okay. Help your brother open the door, bud. Damien, help him open the door, sweetie. Thank you. I know. Thank you, Damien. Oh, these guys are the best. Okay, I'm back. All right, don't make a fucking negative list. Don't do that to yourself. It's not going to benefit anybody. But as you work on your new foundation, you will emerge above that negativity. You will emerge in another space than that negativity. And when that negativity comes around you, you won't allow it in your life. Those people will come around and you won't allow what they say to get into you, because you will continually and consistently be working on yourself and developing your self-worth because of that self-knowledge. All right? So once you're ready to get fired up, boom, 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 you got that weed, you got that leaf blower fired up, right? All your components are lined up, your mixture's proper, you've been consistent with your pump, primed it, chokes on proper, all right? Then you fire it up, now you're blowing leaves. Okay, that's the first car. The setting everything up with the blower, that's the smart car. All right, that's you're pushing that smart car up the hill. Okay, the second part, you're pushing a caddy. You're still working, but it's easy. You're just cruising. You know what you got to do. You know how to do it. You're just blowing leaves. Everything's working. Your machine's working. Blowing leaves, right? You're pushing the caddy. It's at the top of the hill. It's easy. You got momentum. You can just keep going with that. All you got to do is keep your finger on that trigger and you're going to be all right? And you're done. You just like break it up, throw it in your truck, and then you're off. Then you're cruising. And you're on the other side, right? And you're on the other side. Then you're jumping in your Lambo. Then you're jumping in your Maybach. Then you're jumping in your whatever the fuck you want to drive. I don't even care, you know what I mean? That don't even matter. You want to drive the same car that you bought, brand new back in, 1999? Cool. Do that. If that's what you really want to do. Warren Buffett lives in the same house he bought for like $35,000 in 1953 or something like that, right? The cat's worth like $68 billion. Like, he lives in the same house. He drives the same car. He does not put stock in cars and money, and that's not what makes him feel wealthy. All right? He does a lot of good things, and he's at peace. And he doesn't have to worry about all this other crazy shit, because he's not focused on all these material things, right? He's focused on the positivity that his money can bring, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, now you're blowing leaves. Now you're revealing the beauty that was always there and seeing new opportunities, you know what I mean? Like, Like homeboy walking up in the coffee shop. Or it could be anything, you know what I mean? You could realize that there was this person that was doing business. Maybe they talked to you about it a year ago, and you immediately dismissed it because you thought, well, I can't be my own business person, and I don't have the skills, and I'm not good enough, and all the 1,000 reasons and excuses that we give ourselves to why we're going to fail in business, okay? And I've started a number of businesses, and I'm not working any of them at this point, okay? Either I let them drop or I failed at them. It's just point blank, all right? I did not have any of this shit. I didn't have anybody on a YouTube channel saying, yo, this is how you do it, man. So this is what I'm trying to give you. This is what my focus is that I'm sick of seeing my people failing at their endeavors and becoming, losing their confidence in themselves, or just not developing it because of how many failures they see, okay? Now, these are some steps to success, all right? So you develop your habits. You get that foundation solid, all right? You don't build a house with the rooftop, okay? Don't go to step 3 first and think that you're going to have good results. Don't breeze through this and say, well, I watched your first 2 videos. Now I'm jumping into my income vehicle and I'm going to make hella money, right? Fuck no. You're probably going to crash that shit, all right? And don't waste your time doing that, all right? Don't. Please. I ain't trying to be negative. I'm trying to be real. Like, you want to jump into something, you got to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying?